Dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Matt Milano just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
Taken down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 4-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers. and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
No game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one...
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, Bills 28, Panthers 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 40,
you're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. As time expires in the first half, and the Bills will extend their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tighten up.
Bridgewater to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Now Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bills 42, Panthers 7. Tyler Bass.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The tackle made by
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
with the score.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 9-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Looking downfield for Godwin. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Chris Godwin.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to
Chris Godwin, 91 yards. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You don't own it. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there.
Christian McCaffrey.
Jerry Hughes on the stop. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Sideline throw. That's caught by Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
It's a turnover on down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
In your face.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, and boy, are they going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Made the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A gain of 8 and a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Bridgewater now. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the red zone now, Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And again, it's Bridgewater. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Intended for DJ Moore.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Today's final score, Bill.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They picking snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.